Good morning and welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I'm Razzle11 and you can find me on X at Razzle11Grinds. Going to take a look at the pitching for today, the 19th of August. It is Tuesday. We do have a 10-game main slate ahead of us this evening. We do not really have anything to worry about weather-wise. Some slight rain chances in some places, but should not affect any of the pitching and the games at all. So we get to just jump right in. A reminder, this is a first look at the pitching options on the slate, and I will be looking at DraftKings as that is where a majority of my action is. If you play in FanDuel, I'll cut my pool in half or so. Pricing isn't quite as tight. You don't have to be as creative. It allows you to get the stacks you want with an upper tier-ish pitcher. Now, with all that said and done, let's just jump in game by game here. Get an idea of where we're looking to go this evening. And then we can spend the rest of the afternoon kind of researching and tightening up that pool and making some of those decisions. Boston, Baltimore. Shigano has been decent, I guess. It's not really a big K guy. Does flash upside. Obviously struck out 8 against Colorado. 28 fantasy points. 21 fantasy points against the A's, allowing just 1 run. He's just okay, I guess. Not overly excited to use him. I much prefer the Boston bats in this one, so I just don't see myself getting on Shigano this evening. Other side, Walker Buehler can show, some ability. Shut down San Diego 2 starts ago. Struggled in his last start. I have been picking on Baltimore a bit more with some pitching, but I just don't feel like Walker Buehler offers us enough upside at this point. His numbers this season have just been atrocious. He has been at his best when pitching in Fenway, but 21 home runs allowed, basically 1 every 5 innings, 1.8 per 9 roughly. It's a pretty strong number. I'm going to prefer offenses in that game. White Sox, Atlanta. We just saw Spencer Strider, over 30% owned and struggle. Thankfully, I was underweight. Mainly just because of the guys I liked in Trevor Rogers and Gavin Williams, and even Robbie Ray. Kind of forced Strider's number down a little bit in my runs. Bryce Elder, I just don't really want to go there. 2+ runs allowed in every start since June 6th. It's a pretty long stretch. Not a big K guy, walks. I just don't think it's a great spot for him. Other side, Shane Smith could be a decent spot. Could get blown up. He's kind of all over the place a little bit. He kind of does feel like somebody I might want to sprinkle in, just because I do think he has enough upside in this matchup. Like, I would not be shocked if he matches something similar to this against Detroit in 25 fantasy points. He does have a few starts of 25 plus. I think he's going to sneak into my pool, but obviously as we get deeper, he could get pushed out just based on the number of names in other spots. Yankees, Tampa Bay, some slight rain chances here, but we should expect everything to be fine. We get a lefty in Carlos Rodon taking on Tampa Bay. He absolutely dominated them the first time he faced them. He has struggled a bit more on the road. And this ballpark, we do know home runs do tend to happen. But he's better from a home run standpoint on the road. His K numbers are better on the road. It's just a little more volatile, allows a few more hits. As I say that, we know that we take left-handed pitching against Tampa Bay, so I will gladly use Carlos Rodon this evening. Other side, Shane Baz. Over the last month, has kind of struggled. Had back-to-back starts the end of June and start of July where he was dominant, but since then, just has not been very good. Had some super strong starts to begin the season as well. He's volatile. He has struggled at home. His K numbers are better at home, but allowing my math is struggling. A home run every a little more than 4 innings, 4.7 innings or so. Pretty close to 2 home runs per 9 when pitching at home. It's a pretty extreme number when taking on a Yankee squad that relies a ton on power. He did struggle against them the first time he faced them. I'm most likely going to be off on Shane Baz, even though I kind of want to be on, just because he's somebody I seem to always play. His recent performances, just not the greatest. Plus that home run issue, plus pitching in this ballpark where he has struggled, kind of makes it easier for me to move on. I'd rather play Shane Smith, I guess. Maybe we're going to use Shane Smith as kind of the litmus test. You know, the guy that's borderline playable for me. If I feel like Shane Smith's a better play, then I definitely can't be using, another pitcher. But we'll jump to the next one. The A's and Twins. Both pitchers definitely in play. Joe Ryan has been excellent. Struggled against the A's the first time he faced them. I would assume that was probably in Sacramento, and it was back in early June, probably when the A's were playing really, really well. If I remember correctly, they had that pretty strong stretch, hitting a bunch of home runs, etc. He's coming off of a great start against the Yankees, and an elite start against the Rockies, elite start against Seattle. Big time upside. He is a little weaker when at home, but his strikeout numbers are stronger. Allows a home run every just over 9 innings, so less than 1 per 9. When at home, obviously the A's have a dangerous offense, but they do have an offense that can strike out a lot. So I think Joe Ryan's got a ton of upside for us this evening. The other side, Jacob Lopez, coming off back-to-back massive starts, has not allowed a run since July 21st. It's 4 starts. Over those 4 starts, he's thrown 24 innings and picked up 29 strikeouts. Just throwing the ball really, really well. Somebody that I continue to keep playing a lot. Struck out a ton against Minnesota the first time, but he also gave up 3 home runs. Obviously a pretty big worry. 3 home runs allowed, only 4 1/3 innings, and still put up 13.5 fantasy points. It kind of tells us what kind of upside he has. Now, he has been absolutely dominant at home, which is kind of weird considering that ballpark. His road numbers a little more pedestrian. With that said, his home runs allowed rate is low enough that I think this 3 home run game to the Twins is a little bit of an aberration. That's 27% of the home runs he's allowed this season in, 5% of his appearances, roughly. So Jacob Lopez is probably going to be one of my favorite GPP pitching options on this slate. Texas, Kansas City, I think both guys are going to be intriguing. Merrill Kelly has been decent, but the obvious issue is that Kansas City doesn't strike out all that much. So are we going to rely on Merrill Kelly? I'm not sure. I'm going to put him down with Shane Smith. I'm going to have to dig in to get an idea of which one I rank higher. Same with Seth Lugo. His last 2 starts have been atrocious. 3 starts ago wasn't all that great. Walks have been up. Strikeouts are down. Home runs, multiple home runs allowed in 5 of his last 7 starts. That's an issue. I'm just not sure we're going to get there. He was a lead against Texas earlier this season. 30 fantasy points. Absolutely dominant. His overall numbers at home have been solid. So maybe I put him slightly above Merrill Kelly. But I think they're all going to fall into with Shane Smith, and we're just going to have to make decisions as the day goes on. It might just come down to which lineups are weaker once they start getting posted. Brewers Cubs, game 2 of today's doubleheader. I think Brandon Woodruff's in play. The issue, pitch count, was absolutely dominant again against Pittsburgh in 4 innings, but they pulled him at 65 pitches. I think they were winning quite easily, but he has plenty of upside, and we know the Cubs' offense has struggled a bit now for some time. Wind is blowing in slightly, so I am going to be on Woodruff. I'm just not going to be on Jameson Taillon. I'd like to see him come back and have some success before I even start considering using him. Dodgers, Rockies. Some rain in the forecast here, but Colorado, the best team, best ground crew in baseball in terms of getting games in. Emmett Sheehan, probably a fine option. He's a decent K guy. We know that Colorado strikes out plenty. So maybe Sheehan is somebody that gets steamed up from an ownership standpoint. Let's see what we have. Patrick, I think he's pitching game 1. Sheehan, around 10%. That's pretty low. So it is intriguing. Austin Gomber on the other side, no thanks. I'm just not going to consider Austin Gomber. Reds, Angels, Hunter Green, somebody that is on my short list, returned from his 2-month IL stay and was dominant against the Phillies. Big time K upside in this matchup. He has struggled more on the road, which obviously is a worry. Small sample though, just 5 road starts. I love the upside. Home runs can happen, that is a worry. And the Angels do have plenty of power to go with their plenty of strikeouts. So it is one spot that I will be stacking some Angels as well. But I absolutely love Hunter Green at 9K. Kyle Hendricks, not really somebody I want to utilize. This does feel like a matchup where he actually can have success. I don't think he's going to match the 32 fantasy points against the Yankees. But, putting up 22, I guess, would not shock me in this matchup. Just because I think he has what it takes to kind of attack the overly aggressive Cincinnati lineup. Cleveland, Arizona, Tanner Bybee. Should I stop playing him? I feel like I need to. Walks are up. Strikeouts are kind of all over the place. He's just allowing runs. Nowhere near the guy that I thought we were getting this season. I thought last year was a pretty good step and that he was going to take another one this season, but he just hasn't. His numbers on the road have been atrocious. 17 home runs allowed in 77 innings. That's a large number. It's about 1 every 4.5 innings. So, about 2 per 9. I just don't think I can get on Tanner Bybee on the road this evening. Eduardo Rodriguez, somebody that's super volatile, but he has the upside. He struggled a lot at home, but he's coming off of a strong performance in Coors. He dominated the White Sox here. He just has the upside. I just don't know if we want to gamble with it. I'm going to have to dig into some numbers a little bit more. I don't remember how Cleveland does against left-handed pitching. I know Jose Ramirez just is dominant against left-handed pitching, but I think the rest of the lineup might be gettable by Erod, so I'm really interested in digging in. I'm not necessarily interested in playing him for sure. That's one I'll update the members of DFS Army on later, but he's definitely on the short list of guys I want to dig into more to get a better feeling. Last game, San Francisco, San Diego. Nick Pivetta at home is a thing. He's been really strong pitching in San Diego. Walk rate drops, strikeout rate increases. He's coming off of a game against the San Francisco squad where he put up 24 fantasy points. Just somebody I'm going to use. He hasn't shown the big time K upside a lot this season. Might be just because he's not missing time. He's pitching a lot of innings, but I love the upside of Pivetta at home. So I will gladly use Nick Pivetta this evening. Kai Tang, 2 starts ago, looked pretty good. Last time out, not so good. Time before that, or his first appearance, not so good either. I think he followed an opener here, but his last time out was against the San Diego team, and that's who he's facing. Not a lot of K upside. Just not somebody I want to utilize on this particular slate. So, there we have it. There's our first look at pitching. If you enjoy what I bring to you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Get the alert anytime we drop videos here at DFS Army. If you want to join us, get access to our coaches, tools, sheets, Discord, etc. I will put links in the description below. You can use promo code RAZ, that's R-A-Z, for 10% off monthly. And as always, I will drop the link to our merch store. You can go check out my hoodie and some of the other offerings that we do have within our merch store. Hit my comments with any questions you have. Let me know who you're targeting this evening. And as always, best of luck, everybody.